So Fable 5 was just banned by the United States government, and in doing so, many people have been looking for a replacement. I'll show you how you can actually use Fable 5 level intelligence by something called Model Fusion. So let's dive into it. So around 12 hours ago, OpenRouter introduced the Fusion API. It's the smartest compound model on the market. Fusion achieves Fable level intelligence at half the price. Essentially, what you have is a panel of models fusing together to perform the final output, and in many different benchmark testing, we can see that this performs beyond what frontier models can offer solo. And so essentially, when you send a prompt to Fusion, they essentially fan it out to a panel of models in parallel, each with web search and BAS tools enabled, and then a judge model reads every response and extracts the structure, consensus points, contradictions, partial coverage, unique insights, blind spots, and then it runs Opus 4.8 as a final judge. And then essentially, that model has been far surpassing what individual models have been by themselves. And it actually does work as well with dual fusion. So you have two models, even two versions of Opus 4.8 actually do work almost as well as Fable 5. Now, what's super interesting about this as well is that you could actually run this on some very cheap models. Something that most people did miss is that the cheap version of the Model Fusion using Gemini 3 Flash, Kimi K 2.6, and DeepSeek version 4 Pro, that actually gets up to 64.7%, where Claude Fable 5 was at 65.3%. So it's pretty crazy with how models working together can achieve near frontier model level performance simply due to the current architecture of how we organize the models. So now one thing that we have to talk about is of course the pricing, which is the Fable 5 solo pricing versus the Fusion models pricing, because there's no point trying to get Fable level intelligence if it's just going to cost the same amount. And one thing that they discovered is that Fable 5 is significantly cheaper, but mainly so when you use the budget tier of models, such as Gemini, Kimi, and DeepSeek, that can be up to as half as expensive as Fable 5 while reaching within 1% of the actual performance quality, which is a pretty big saving if you think about it when we're looking at the price to intelligence ratio. And I think you can all understand that the cost of LLMs is seemingly always expensive. So the pricing of this is actually pretty decent, but I'm going to show you guys right now how we can actually run this. And then I'll show you guys how you can track the pricing so there'll be no hidden surprises. So if you don't know what this is OpenRouter, the unified interface for LLMs. This is a single website where you can access basically every LLM on the planet. It has LLMs that are paid, some are even free. And so if you just click explore models here, it basically has all of the recent models that you may know about, and even some of the niche ones like Microsoft's ones, Minimax's ones, and some of Kimi's ones. So I think this is really useful because all you need to do is click the top link, which it says OpenRouter Fusion. So we click this. And then of course, with this one, what you can either do is run it from the API if you want to, have it for an application, or what you can do is just run it in the playground, or you can just go to openrouter.ai/fusion, and then this is what will pop up. So here you can see you have the user interface for the Model Fusion, where you can run multiple models side by side, run an analysis, and then fuse it into the best result. Now, I will say that it does have the two options first. The quality option is going to be where you get the most expensive models from the top frontier intelligence labs, Claude from Anthropic, Claude Opus, OpenAI's GPT 5.5 or the latest model, and Google's Gemini's latest model. Now, of course, you won't have to change out these models too much because it's always going to call on the latest model. But if you do want to either add a model or change it, you can always just click add a model here and then add whatever you do want. Now, for the budget panel, it will usually be Google Gemini Flash latest, Moonshot Kimi AI, and of course, DeepSeek version 3.2. And so those are the two tiers that you can use when starting out with Model Fusion. So I'm going to show you guys when you input a prompt, what exactly occurs, because it's really fascinating to see how much it's changed. So when you put into a simple prompt, you can see here that I've asked what is arguably the best retail investing strategy. It then firstly will talk to all three of the models. So first we have the response from Google Gemini Flash. Here you can see it gives us a super detailed wall of text. Of course, this is all, internet research. This is actually a pretty decent response from Google Gemini Flash. Then we get DeepSeek version 3.2, another pretty decent detailed response. And then finally, Moonshot Kimi, the third out of third response. And then what we do is we get to the analysis. So it basically looks at the agreements on where they agree. Then you can see they've got the key differences. And this is really interesting because this is where we get to look at where the models disagree and what differences the models do have, because some of these models have been trained on different pieces of data, trained in different ways. And so I believe that this is super useful for when you're trying to see what you should use, because oftentimes if you're purely dependent on one LLM, there may be different viewpoints that you may not have considered. And the diverse set of different models is going to allow you to essentially pick up on those things that you may have missed. So you can see here that there are key differences about the optimality and definition of dollar cost averaging, and then the economic utility of financial advisors. Then you get partial coverage here, which shows you some interesting things. And then here's the interesting thing here is that we get each unique insight from the model. So these are things that the model discussed that no other model discussed. And this is really, really useful. And this is why I believe that this kind of model fusion is essentially giving us the kind of results we do see, because the models have different insights that they're going to present in favor over other different facts. So you can see it highlights one research study, then this one highlights a different research study, and then this one highlights a completely different research study. Now, what's also super useful about this is that once again, we do get the blind spots, which is super duper useful. And the blind spots are very useful for looking at what the AI models may not have considered, which is something that is extremely useful, because I would argue that when you're asking a model a question, it's usually because you don't know enough about said topic. And so when you ask a model a question and it gives you a response, often your first response is to just take that response at face value. But oftentimes there are many different blind spots that you don't even know how to ask the question about that, because the model is just giving you what you answered. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is that the model can only give you a response based on how good your question is. And so that's why the blind spot area is super useful. And then we get to the final result, and this is where you can read the final result, and it's super detailed, and it's probably going to be a lot better than if you had just asked a single model the same question. Now, maybe it might only be 5 to 10% better, but that's going to make all of the difference when it comes to certain important decisions that maybe you need an extra eye or two on, especially if you're using something like Model Fusions. And so if you're wondering how much did that singular request cost me, that actually cost me around 0.63 cents. Now, of course, this could vary depending on your prompt and how much the model research, and of course, the kind of things it does. But you do have to remember that it is 3 budget/free super fast models. And then of course you finally have the Claude Opus 4.8 as the final judge. And if you want to look at exactly how much each model is going to be costing you, you can come on over to the OpenRouter Activity tab, which I'm looking at right now. And here you can see a complete breakdown. So for that query, Gemini 3.5 Flash costs 0.3 cents. Claude Opus 4.8 actually costs 0.14 cents. DeepSeek costs 0.1 cent. And Kimi 2 cost 0.07 cents. So I mean, this is something that you can clearly see the breakdown. So if you're wondering how much it's going to cost, how much am I going to spend, this is something that allows you to do that. And of course, if you ever want to top up your credits, just click the credits tab on the left hand side, just click add credits, and you'll be able to top up a small amount just to be able to test the model. Now remember, with the fusions, what you can do is you can come up with your own fusion. So if you click custom, you can add your own models. I know that some people were actually just typing in Opus 4.8 and other Opus 4.8 models, because apparently if you fuse those two models, they actually do work pretty well together. And some people do like certain capabilities that are inherently with that model. So you can fuse many different models. It's completely up to you. You can even fuse fusion with a fusion. Now, one of the things I need to talk about is the long horizon drawbacks. One of the key standouts from Fable 5 was the fact that it was so good at doing long horizon tasks. But as you can see right here, many of the companies were essentially glad that it could do those long horizon tasks, such as coding and browsing and agentic work. The problem is that the Model Fusion doesn't actually live up to the hype in terms of those long horizon problems. OpenRouter themselves have said, we have only evaluated one deep research benchmark so far, which did not include the long horizon tasks, and Fable's long horizon abilities were extremely impressive, and it calls for future work to benchmark both on long horizon tasks. So whilst yes, you are essentially getting Fable level intelligence, those long horizon tasks where Fable is able to continuously working again and again and again for hours uninterrupted, that is something that currently isn't available on the Fusion.